Good morning, kids. How good are you in solving math problems? Do you know how to compute mentally? Let's get started because I want to share to you some tips. Today, we will be discussing multiplying mentally and problem solving involving multiplication. So make sure you have your learning packets with you, your notebook and a pen for taking down notes. Use the comment section if you have questions about my discussion. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to multiply mentally 2-digit by 1 to 2-digit numbers with product up to 200 and explain the strategies used. You also need to solve routine and non-routine word problem involving multiplication of full number including money using appropriate problem-solving strategies and tools. Let us condition our mind by answering multiplication facts. I will be giving you 10 seconds to give the correct answer. You may type your answer in the comment section. As you give the correct answer, the hidden picture will be revealed. Are you ready? So let's begin. What's the product of 18 times 9? Is your answer 162? That's correct. (43 times 4 is equal to? Some answered 172 in our comment section. You got it right. If we multiply 94 by 2, the answer is Did you get 188? You are correct again. (27 times 6 is equal to? Did you type 162? Correct. The product of 62 times 3 is? Is your answer 186? You got it right. So, what picture is revealed? Do you have this with you now? I know you have. This picture shows us a learning packet. The Department of Education is trying its best to continue your learning by using different modalities in teaching. One of those is modular learning or by using learning packets, which you have now. All of the schools in our city already distributed the learning packet, just like San Miguel Heights Elementary School. San Miguel Heights Elementary School distributed learning packets to all grade 4 pupils. There were 45 pupils in each of the 4 sections of grade 4. How many learning packets were distributed? To answer this word problem, we need to follow the steps in solving word problem. The first step is to understand the problem. To understand the problem, we need to know what is asked in the problem. This is usually the question in the last sentence of the word problem. Going back to this problem, what is asked is n equals number of learning packets distributed. We also need to know the given facts. These are the number which we will use to get the answer. In the problem, the given facts were 45 pupils and 4 sections. The second step is to plan for the word problem. We need to determine the operation to be used and write the number sentence. So let us look for some word clues to determine the operation to be used. To determine the number of learning packets distributed, we need to know the number of pupils in grade 4. In the problem, there were 4 sections, and each of the section has 45 pupils. The word each tells us that we need to multiply 45 pupils to 4 sections to know the number of pupils in grade 4. Therefore, the operation to be used is multiplication, and the number sentence is n equals 45 pupils times 4 sections. The third step is to solve for the problem. 45 times 4 equals what? Did you know that we can multiply without using your pen and paper? We can use mental computation. Before we answer the word problem, I will give you some tips in multiplying mentally using some single-digit numbers. Multiplying mentally by 2. Add the factor to itself or double it. For example, 2 times 9 is equal to 18. You can add 9 to itself and you will get the same result, which is 18. Another example, 2 times 12 is equal to 24. Double or add 12 to itself and you will also get 24. Third example, 2 times 15 is equal to 30. Add 15 to itself and you will get the same result, which is 30. For our last example, 2 times 23 is equal to 46. Double or add 23 to itself and you will also get 46. Multiplying mentally by 4. Add the factor to itself and add the result to itself. Double it, then double it. For example, 4 times 9 is equal to 36. 9 plus 9 is equal to 18. Double it. 18 plus 18 is equal to 36. Another example. 4 times 12 is equal to 48. 12 plus 12 is equal to 24. Double it. 24 plus 24 is equal to 48. Multiplying mentally by 5. Multiply the factor by 10 and divide the product to 2. For example, 5 times 6 is equal to 30. 6 times 10 is equal to 60. If we multiply any number by 10, we just add 0 at the end of the number. So 6 times 10 is equal to 60. 60 divided by 2 is equal to 30. We can get the same result. For our examples, 5 times 4, 4 times 10 is equal to 40. 40 divided by 2 is 20. 5 times 8. 8 times 10 is equal to 80. 80 divided by 2 is 40. 5 times 16. 16 times 10 is equal to 160. 160 divided by 2 is equal to 80. Next, 5 times 19. 19 times 10 is equal to 190. 190 divided by 2 is equal to 95. Multiplying mentally by 6. Multiply the factors by 5, then add the same factor. For example, 14 times 6 is equal to 84. You can multiply 14 times 5, then add 14. 14 times 5 is equal to 70. Add the same factor, which is 14, is equal to 84. For examples, 10 times 9 is equal to 54. So multiply 9 by 5 is equal to 45. Then 45 add 9 is equal to 54. 6 times 12, 12 times 5 is equal to 60. Add 12 is equal to 72. 6 times 18. 18 times 5 is equal to 90. Add 18 is equal to 108. Multiplying mentally by 9. Multiply the factor by 10, then subtract the same factor. Example, 17 times 9 is equal to 153. We can add 7 or multiply 17 by 10 equal to 170. Then subtract it to the same factor, which is 17. The answer is the same, 153. These are the examples. 9 times 8. 8 times 10 is equal to 80. Subtract 8 equal to 72. 9 times 13. 13 times 10 is equal to 130. 130 subtracted or subtract by 13 is equal to 117. 9 times 16. 16 times 10 is equal to 160. Minus 16 is equal to 144. Let us practice the skills in multiplying mentally. So without the use of paper and pencil, give the products of the following. Type your answer in the comment section. This time, I will give you 15 seconds to answer. So what's the product of 84 times 2? Is your answer 168? That's correct. 35 times 4 is equals to? Some answered 140 in our comment section. You got it right. If we multiply 29 by 6, the answer is? Did you get 174? You are correct again. 22 times 9 is equal to? Did you type 198? Correct. The product of 16 times 10 is? Is your answer 160? You got it right. Going back to this problem, to multiply mentally, we may also follow the steps. First, we need to multiply mentally the multiplier, which is 4 times to the value of one's digit of multiplicand, which is 5. The value of one's digit is also 5. 4 times 5 is equal to 20. The next step is to multiply mentally the multiplier, which is, again, it is 4 times to the value of 10's digit of multiplicand. This time, it is 4, and the value of 10's digit is 40. 4 times 40 is equal to 160. Add the two partial products mentally. 20 plus 160 is equal to 180. Therefore, 45 times 4 is equal to 180. Remember, you may try to practice multiplying mentally as fast as you can. We can also use distributive property. We will try to distribute in our mind 45 times 4 equals, let's distribute the value of each digit of multiplicand. First, distribute the value of tens, which is 4, and the value of it is 40, times to the multiplier, which is 4. Again, distribute the value of one's digit, which is 5, times to the multiplier, which is 4, and add the two products. 40 times 4 is equal to 160. 5 times 4 is equal to 20. Add them together. 160 plus 20 is equal to 180. Therefore, 45 times 4 is equal to 180. You can also try methods or technique of your own as long as you got the right answer as fast as you can. For the answer, there are 180 learning modules distributed to grade 4 pupils. You can check your answer by using repeated addition. 45 plus 45 plus 45 plus 45 is equal to 180. You may also ask your parents, guardian, or someone older than you to check your work. Use a calculator if you are practicing alone to check your answer. Remember to be honest with your work. The word problem is an example of routine problem. Routine problem solving use clear procedure. We solve the problem by multiplying mentally or by distributive property. Again, that is routine problem. For our second activity, you need to read and analyze the word problem and answer the question that follow. This time, I will be giving you 5 seconds to answer each of the questions. Let us begin. Juan received from his mother an amount of 45 pesos as her daily allowance in school. How much does he receive as monthly allowance? There are 22 days in a month, excluding Saturday and Sunday. Let us understand the problem. Question number 1. What is asked in the problem? Your time starts now. What is asked in the problem? N equals Juan's monthly allowance. Question number 2. What are the given facts? Time's up. The given facts are 45 pesos. That is Juan's daily allowance for 22 days. Plan. Question number 3. What is the operation to be used? The operation to be used is multiplication. Number 4, write the number sentence. The number sentence is N equals 45 pesos times 22 days. For the last question for this activity, let us solve for the problem. Solve for the answer and show your solution. This time, I will be giving you 60 seconds to answer. Your time starts now. Time's up. 45 times 22. Multiply 45 to 2 is equal to 90. Again, multiply 45 to 2 is equal to 90. Add the partial products. Bring down 0. 9 plus 0 is equal to 9. Bring down 9. The final answer is 990 pesos. That is one's monthly allowance. For our next word problem, we can try other strategies. Let us read the word problem. Four person can sit in a square table. How many person can sit in five tables placed end to end? We can use a drawing method to solve this problem. We can represent the square table by drawing a square and represent four person by drawing four circles around the square. So let us draw four circles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. But in this problem, we need to know the number of persons that can sit in 5 square table placed end to end. Or side by side. Let us draw 5 square side by side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So remember, no person can sit in between the table. So we will draw circles around the squares. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there are 12 circles. Therefore, 12 person can sit in 5 square tables. To elaborate, there are 2 corner tables that 3 person can sit in each table. So 2 times 3 is equal to 6. While there are 3 inside tables that 2 person can sit in each table. So 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Put them together, 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. This second word problem is an example of non-routine problem. Non-routine problems can be solved without using standard step. This kind of word problem is motivating and challenging. In our last problem, I used drawing or diagram method. You may also use other strategies such as acting out, listing method, guess and check, using pattern, and working backwards. For our last activity for the day, study the word problem and try to solve the problem by drawing an illustration of it. Take a picture of your answer, then send it to your mathematics teacher via FB Messenger. Again, I will be giving you 1 minute to give us the correct answer. The street lights are 15 meters apart. If there are 12 street lights, what is the distance from the first street light to the last street light? Time starts now. Time's up. To solve this problem, we need to draw 12 sticks to represent 12 streetlights. So let us draw 12 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let us count the spaces between the sticks, which represent the spaces between the streetlights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are 11 spaces between each streetlight. Remember, each streetlight are 15 meters apart. So we will multiply 15 meters by 11 spaces. 15 times 1 is equal to 15. Again, 15 times 1 is equal to 15. Add the partial product. The final product is 165. So the distance between the first and last street light is 165 meters. So how do you multiply 2-digit by 1 to 2-digit numbers with product up to 200? To multiply mentally 2-digit by 1 to 2-digit numbers up to 200, follow the steps. Multiply the value of 1's digit of multiplicand to the multiplier. Then, multiply the value of 10's digit of the multiplicand to the multiplier. Add the two partial product. You may also use the distributive property. How do you solve routine and non-routine word problem involving multiplication of whole number, including money, using appropriate strategies and tools? To solve routine problem involving multiplication of whole number, including money, using appropriate strategies and tools, follow the steps. First is to understand, know what is asked, and know the given facts. Second, plan. Determine the operation to be used, and write the number sentence. Third, solve. Use the operation and solve. Number 4, or the last step, write the correct answer and try to check you're using different strategies. For non-routine problems, it can be solved without using a standard procedure. We can use other strategies in solving problems. Now, let us proceed for your question and answer. For your question about my discussion, you may type on the comment section. I will wait. So we have our first question. Question number 1, can we apply mental computation in bigger numbers? The answer, yes. If you master the skills and know if we are talking about bigger number and complex solution. Second question. So we have our second question. Question number 2. So question number 2, how do we know the operation that we are going to use? Answer, you need to find some word clues in the word problem that will help you determine the operation to be used. Let's wait for the last question for our topic for the day. Question number 3. Can we not follow the steps in solving a problem? Yes. Like I said earlier, you can use different strategies to solve the problem. The steps are just guide for you to solve the problem. For your assignment, answer the exercises in your mathematics learning packet. First quarter, week 4, lecture brain, including the exercises A, try this, and exercises B, keep trying. Your discussion teacher will check your assignment. Thank you for listening and participating in our discussion. I'm sure Mel Jerome G. Nicodemus, your mathematics FB live streamer of the day, giving you this message. Ano man ang sitwasyon, tuloy ang edukasyon.